first, when I seen this, I was pissed. I calmed down and thought about this rationally, and I think the only way to really go about this is to almost extend an olive branch. Kind of. Now, I'm not exposing anyone here. That's the problem. I don't care enough to expose anyone. I don't have a big enough issue to expose anyone. But I do have an issue when people try to paint me by, I guess, association as a child predator. Okay, let's get to the whole forced adversity of it all. Now, most of you may know, I did have him on before. I was on relatively friendly terms with him. I've stood up for him. I've platformed him. I have had plenty of interaction with forced adversity. And then I started to notice a pattern. And it's a pattern I constantly call out on the right. It's the name calling, the ad hominem of it all. The basic degrading. And I'm not really a fan of that. That's not my style. I have and always will be a pacifist and a free speech absolutist. If you don't want somebody on your platform, that's great. You weed your garden like you want. But when I started to listen and really pay attention to the channel, because I still watch Forced Adversity's content, it is something that is tailor-made to my liking, and I still watch it. Now, you know what? Let's start here. This showed up on my timeline today, and it says Friday. I don't know why, but randomly Friday. I try not to cover people who are very clearly mentally ill, but Omega is one of Comicsgate's most prominent defenders, and he is very open about his love of, we're not going to say that. He defended the convicted CP of CG, doxes people. That's terrible. Remember, please, for a second, I am not on Twitter because I don't care. So I don't know the drama between you guys. Makes fun of people with disability, despite clearly having many emotional and psychological disturbances himself, and now he is stalking my family. If that is true, Omega, if you're listening, stop. That's not okay. Anyways, he also is one of Nerdette's Newsstand's biggest fan. I would actually argue that he probably doesn't like me, but okay. And until very recently, he was one of my her mods on the channel. But forgets to add why he was a mod, or forgets to add why he's not anymore. And that is actually because Dane from Forced Adversity asked me to remove him because of how he was treated. Now, you don't really tell somebody else what to do with their channel. I would never do that. I think it's a little shameful, but I had no problem with it, right? I don't care. Yeah, if he showed me a couple screenshots, I was like, wow, I'm not on Twitter. I don't know. I didn't know he made fun of your mother for being gone. That's terrible. If I had known that, I would have never allowed that on my channel, right? I wouldn't. I still wouldn't. I removed his mod status. Now, as many of you may know, I used to associate with Comicsgate, right? I was at a point in my life where I was not only pretty low, but I had just gotten back into comics with Injustice. And there was, like, I've said this story 1,000 times. There was a few years there where I was out. And I started to look up reviews, wanting to get back into the community. I really didn't even use the internet before then. Before probably 5 years ago. Very rarely did I. And I wanted to get back in the community, so I started looking up research, looking up YouTubers. Who pops up? We know who pops up, right? The anti-SJWs. And that is where I started getting a little brainwashed like a lot of other people were. And I went down that dark rabbit hole for about a year of my life. And it will probably haunt me to the day I die, or the day I put up my last video at least, because you get this, right? Because enough is never enough for these people. And again, as many of you may know, I have went through a lot in the last year as far as introspection and learning, doing a lot of my own basic research, looking into and comparing, the mainstream media comparing to actual facts, to actual stuff we see presented in front of us in scientific data. And I started to evolve a lot of my thinking. I started to realize where I was narrow-minded. I'm telling you right now, it doesn't matter, because there is, just like with what we're going to talk about here in a minute, there is no road to redemption with a person like this. And again, I will get to the olive branch segment of this, but this whole thing started because he posted a video about Andy Signore, who I am subscribed to. I have not ever personally spoken with. He helped me when my channel got a strike and tweeted at YouTube for me because I don't have a Twitter. That's it. That's the entirety of our interactions ever. And the only reason he did it is because he's in the Justice for Johnny Depp community, right? And he has a bigger platform. So that is it. He posted a video about Andy Signore going through the allegations from way back. I will have a pinned comment so you guys can check out those allegations. And I said, enough's enough. The man's gone through enough. Was he creepy? Yeah. Did he overuse his power? Yeah. Did he cheat on his wife? Yeah. Has he learned something? Yeah. And that's what's the most important. He didn't do anything illegal, and the allegations were proven false. He had phone records. After this woman accusing Andy Signore of bringing over a sex toy and forcing himself upon her, there are phone records saying, make sure you bring the condoms. There are phone records from Google. Sorry, Bane is going crazy. There are phone records from the phone company with her afterwards wanting round 2. A lot of it was proven false, but he forgot to add that in his video. And I said, good luck to you, you're gross. I'm out. I don't like that. I don't like disingenuous people no matter where you fall. I think it is only fair that you add context and give the entirety of the situation. And unfortunately, that's where I checked out, because I noticed the name calling. I noticed the ad hominem. I noticed the lack of context, the lack of what actually could happen. And it is something I almost, 3 to 5 times a week call out on my channel, right? Okay, thought so. So this entire situation went away because I just said I'm out. I don't like disingenuous people, and I found you a little creepy. And that was it. I let it go. I really don't find him creepy. People say, do you want to chat? And I don't know how to take it through text. So, I don't know on that situation. It's a weird situation. So regardless, that brings you up to speed on why he dislikes me, because I said that your information was incorrect and I wasn't going to chat or comment anymore. And now he's saying I am associated with a child predator. Bro, are you for? Are you really for? Like, I have done nothing personally to you. I have done nothing personally to Omega even. I have done nothing personally to Andy Signore even. And yet you're trying to publicly slander my name for reasons. Okay, so here's where we get to the olive branch of it all. Stop. Think about what you're doing. Just like I went through shit the last year. Think about what you're doing. Stop calling people names. Stop calling and doing libelous stuff. You can call people names. I call people idiots or assholes or fucking ignorant, right? There's a difference between that and directly attacking your people in the chat. It's okay to have conversations, because if we don't, the world won't progress. It's okay to have people around you that don't necessarily believe everything you say. It is okay to be able to compromise on some of those beliefs, to be able to have a conversation. And I don't mean like compromise on your values. I just mean, to be nice, to be civil. There's a way moving forward that your channel could be big. I think you are definitely talented. I think you definitely have what it takes to break some of the narrative out there. But if you continue down a libelous road and you don't be genuine with your followers, with your subscribers, if you don't come off and you don't, if you're placating only to the left because that's your team. This isn't a team sport. This is life, right? Start trying to fucking give context. Start trying to be nice. And stop slandering my name. I won't say anymore. After this, I won't say anymore. But I am irritated that you thought it was okay to try to associate with me with CP. What makes you think in any world that is okay? You said he's harassing your family? What does that have to do with me? Grow up. Take a fucking look in the mirror. You're not a child. You're what, 30? Around there? You're not a child. Be an adult. Jesus Christ. I don't know. This irritates me. So if anyone sees this, basically I just wanted to make it clarified that I have no association with anything that has to do with any Twitter drama. Because I'm not on Twitter. That's all the fucking context you need. Grow up. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. I apologize. I know we share quite a bit of audience, but God bless it if that didn't piss me off. That's so rude. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.